Hi everyone, this is Felicia Jones from KeepUpWithMrsJones.com, and I am your master budgetologist, and I'm here to help you get your money straight. So tonight, this is episode number 7 of Stop Being So Damn Broke, and tonight we're going to talk about my lessons learned from going on an all-cash diet, and we're going to just talk about why you really need a budget. So at the beginning of this month, I went on an all-cash diet, and that pretty much means I use cash instead of credit cards to pay just about everything. Automatic bills, I just let them come out of the bank. But for the most part, I use cash for everything, and it was a great learning experience. So you can check out episode number 5 to see how it was actually counting money and having it in my hands. But some of the things that I learned is that I didn't spend as much money as I normally spend when I'm using my credit card. And it was kind of fun, not just giving all of my money away or walking out of the house with only $30 and making groceries work or making dinner work with just that amount in my hand. And Mr. Jones and I have decided to put all of the extra money that we didn't spend into an extra little leftover jar. We haven't figured out exactly what we're going to do with it, but it is kind of nice that there is actually money left over, and all of the change is actually going toward travel because we absolutely love to travel, and we have a big trip planned out for December. Now, we won't have enough change to fund that trip, but we are totally looking forward to other big trips to come after that. But it's been a great learning experience, and it's been a lot of fun. So I think I'm gonna keep going on this all cash diet for another couple of months and just see how it works out. And of course, I challenge you and to go on an all cash diet. Just give it a 30-day challenge. Give it a try. And of course, if you absolutely hate it, you can go back to using your credit cards. But it's a great learning experience, and you may learn quite a bit about yourself and about your spending habits, really. So I challenge you to try it. Of course, jump over at keepupwithmrsjones.com or find me on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook and just let me know how you're going with your challenge. And I really want to start talking about why you really need a budget. And I know I didn't segue very well, but I want to really talk about why you need a budget to help you as you go through the future. Now, I've met quite a few people that say, well, I have a financial planner or I have a financial advisor, and I think that's absolutely great because I do believe investing, and I think that is probably one of the best ways to sustain your money and to grow your money for the future. I love investing. I invest in stocks and mutual funds and ETFs and quite a mix of things. But in my business as a budgetologist and my money coaching business, I don't get into investing because long-term financial planning and teaching you how to budget are two different things. Financial advisors and financial planners help you look at the long term. They tell you how your money is going to be sustained, where it's going to be in a few years, and if you have enough, and how to keep it growing and coming in as income for you. Me, as a budgetologist, what I do is help you with the here and right now. I help you with the reality of this is how much you have, this is how much you don't have, and these are the things you need to fix it. So to fix things so that you can focus on retiring, buying your dream house, dream car, or taking your trip around the world. It really doesn't matter. So that's the big difference between my business as a budgetologist, is helping you focus on the here and now and getting you very, very clear on why you need a budget and how to get your money to the different parts of where it needs to go. So of course, as usual, I have my trusty little notes here, and I got some notes on why you need to have a budget. And the first reason is it helps you know where your money is going. When you don't budget, you kind of have ideas, or you think you may know where your money is going. A lot of people say, well, I think I have just a little bit of debt, or I know I only spend about $25 going out to eat, when in reality, you may be spending more than what you think you have. So having a budget helps you know where your money is going. It helps you plan for emergencies. It helps when people come at the last minute and say, hey, you want to do this? You can say yes or no. But when you have your budget, you get total control over your money. so that you can make better decisions in the future. So that is one reason why you need a budget. And your second reason is it helps you to not spend money you don't have. And that's the reality of life right now, especially here in the United States. We love to spend money. And we especially love to spend money that we don't have because we love credit cards. We love credit cards and we love loans. And I wish people really understand that that is money that is not yours. It's borrowed money, it's debt, and somebody is making money off of it, but it really isn't your money, especially when you are loaded down with credit card debt. This is not your money. And when you do have a budget and you have control over how much you are spending, you will get out of this trap of spending money that you don't have. You will stop just charging it and worrying about it later. You know, just swipe the card and I'll worry about it later. You will stop doing that because now you're smarter and your money does have a destination and you know where it's going and you can say yes or no and make better decisions with how you are actually treating your money. And remember, one of the biggest things with money is this is a relationship. You have a very deep relationship with money. And if you treat it right, it will treat you right. So always remember that. Respect your money and it will respect you in the end. And one other reason, the third reason why you want to have a budget is that you'll be happier. Just point blank. I read an article today that says people who budget actually have better sex because they're happier, or they're happier because they have better sex because they have money. So it really doesn't matter if you want to have better sex, have better jobs, or make more money. It all comes down to being happier. Okay, so what, you know, after you've done your budget, you realize you have a large load of debt, but it takes a burden off your back because now you know, and now you have a plan of how to get rid of it. Because before, if you didn't pay attention, you're probably always stressed out and worrying about your money. So once you get a budget, you will be happier. I promise you. And if you don't believe me, just actually create a budget, follow it for a couple of months, and just see your level of happiness, because now you will feel more in control. So because you have the self-confidence in handling your money. So if you want to be happier, get a budget. And finally, the final reason why you want to have a budget is because it's better than being broke. I mean, seriously, do you really just want to be broke? And do you want to be just like your friends? Do you want to be like your broke neighbors? No, having a budget is better than being broke. So those are two B words. They're probably both 5 letters each, you know. So which one do you want? I'm sorry, budget is 6 letters, but but which one do you want to be? Do you want to be broke or do you want to have a budget? You know, you have to eventually get over the B word and realize that the moment you decide to create a budget is the moment you decide to take control of your money and your life, because you will be happier, you will be in better control, and you will know exactly where your money is going. So just get a budget. It's better than being broke. Seriously, stop being so damn broke. And for all of you that are watching and you may be saying, well, Felicia, I don't have a budget. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know who to ask. And of course, you can always ask me. Yeah. So just find me on Twitter or go over to keepupwithmrsjones.com. Send me an email, Felicia@keepupwithmrsjones, and I will help you. No charge. I will do this absolutely free. My mission is to make sure every person in America has a budget, even the little babies. So here are your 3 tips for the night so that you can start creating your budget. First, get a paper and get an ink pen or a pencil. That's the first step. I want you to write down what you make for income, and I want it to be monthly. So we're going to start off with a monthly budget. Your monthly income. Then I want you to look at your bank statements and credit card statements, and this is step number 2. Oh, sorry. Still in step number 1. We're going to write down everything. So excuse my blunder. But in step number 1, I want you to write down your income after you get your ink pen and paper. Write down your monthly income. Write down all of your expenses. Look at your credit card statements, bank statements for the last few months. Average out everything that you've spent and put that in an expense column. Then I want you to look at how much you owe and how much you put away for savings. And create these lists. And then I eventually want you, in step number 2, is to add everything up. Add up all of your income sources, add up your expenses, and add up your savings, and add up your debt. That's all you have to do. Make a list, add everything up. And then while you are adding, if you realize that your expenses are more than your income, then you got to fix that. So in step number 3, I want you to cut your expenses so that it is under your income. Because if you spend more than what you make, it will never work. Also in step number 3, I want you to list your debt from smallest to largest, and I want you to start paying it off. And this is not a new concept. You can look it up on the internet. It's called snowballing your debt. You have to get rid of the debt, because as long as you are paying other people, you will never have any money. So your 3 tips: 1, get a pen and paper, write down your income, your expenses, what you save, and how much you owe. Number 2, I want you to add everything up and look at the numbers, and if your expenses are more than your income, you got to fix it. So in step number 3, I want you to make your expenses less than what you make each month. That is a must, and you have to do it. And I also want you to start snowballing your debt, and that is where you list your income from smallest to largest and start paying it off in little chunks. And now there's tons of psychology around this as to why you want to go small, because we like to feel like we've achieved something. And if you don't like that method, you can do highest interest first, but sometimes paying off the small things make you feel like you've actually done quite a bit. But choose your method. I don't care which one you really choose. I just want you to pay off your debt. And because the more you give somebody else, the less you have for you. So that's all I have for you tonight. And I hope you really pay attention as to why you need a budget, because it does make you happy. And if you really do have problems figuring out how to start a budget, just listen to this again. You can look it up on the internet on how to create a budget. But I would love for you to just find me on Facebook, Twitter. You can find me on Instagram, or definitely stop by keepupwithmrsjones.com and shoot me an email, send me a message, and just say, hey, Felicia, I really need help with getting a budget, because I want your life to be happier. I want you to stop keeping up with the Joneses, and I want you to start living like the Joneses, because the Joneses aren't broke, and neither should you be. I want you to have a great life. And I also want to thank you for tuning in tonight. I hope to see you on some areas in some social media platform somewhere. And if you ever need help, you know how to find me. So I want you to be bold, be brave, and start living your ultimate lifestyle. And I will see you in a week. Have a good night. Bye.